Okay everyone, today we're reviewing this laptop cooling device. The description says that it's a supercharged laptop cooling base. This particular model is the GT500, and that is a 5,000 RPM. I believe it's a 3.5 inch fan, but I don't see that on the specifications on the back. But I did see it in another review. The guy actually pulled out a tape measure and measured the thing. So this fan will kick out some cool air. And I'm going to try to make this review very short because I did one other review and it was just way too long. So I want to get into the details of the device, not exactly the unboxing of the device. So basically, I've purchased this laptop computer that is very powerful. It's a good gaming system, and you can see the specs right there on the screen. And I have the cooling information already up on the screen here, and the cooler is running underneath the laptop right there. You can see everything right underneath the laptop. I'm sure you've seen other reviews on this probably, and this is a very basic one. I did not buy it with the LED lighting because I don't think it's necessary in my situation, but there's a very small knob under here, or a dial, that I can turn, and I can lower the fan speed or increase the fan speed. It's running at about 90% right now, and I noticed after watching the temperatures on here over time, it really doesn't make it any difference. Maybe 1 degree Celsius if I turn it all the way up. But I'm gonna do that now, and I don't know if you can really hear it through this video, but this other 10% that I'm turning it up really makes a difference in sound. So, and you'll see the temperature probably on the screen right now. Maybe drop 1 degree. That's it. That's all it did. So I felt like, yeah, there it went. It's trying to drop down. My AMD Radeon RX 7700S is the temp that we really want to pay attention to, especially when games are running. And then we've got our CPU temperature down here, and your graph that measures it over time. But yeah, see, it's fluctuating between 44 and 45 all the way up. So I like it to be a little bit quieter, so I turn it down just a tiny bit. I go by the sound more than anything. So there we go. We're right at about probably 85 or 90% on the fan speed of the cooling device, and that seems good enough. But right now we're not playing a game, so we're running through our 34-inch wide laptop, display over here on the side. And the game that I've been playing recently, I'm not here to promote the game or anything, but it's kind of taxing on the system. So I have used software to maintain the GPU and CPU temperatures, but I'm trying not to use that right now, just so that we can get the full specs on this hardware-based cooling device. So as you can see over here, I have a Google window up already that's showing the difference between 10 degrees Celsius as 50 degrees Fahrenheit. But 50 degrees Fahrenheit is about what this thing has dropped to. We're going to look back over here again while the game's starting up. You can see my frame rates are starting to kick in. A little bit of lag. This is to be expected when this game starts. It kind of does this. It's starting up now. If I move my mouse around on the screen, you'll see that it gets a little jerky a little bit because it's just a little bit of lag right there at the beginning. So we're going to start it up, Come on. I said I was going to try to keep this short, but yeah, it's taking some time here. So we're still looking at our temperatures here. We're not doing too bad. 68 degrees is a lot lower than it has been in the past. Now we're going to notice this start to jump up some. So there it goes, it's 70 now. And of course, I'm just standing still here in the game. If I were out, you know, in battle doing something, it's going to, you know, change my frame rates. It's going to change a little bit of the GPU stress. And but the temperatures are continuing to climb. Now, I'll tell you this. I had it set to run only at 85 degrees Celsius. That was my max temperature. And we're not even getting anywhere near that now. So this thing has brought it down at least 10 degrees, if not more. I noticed that if I have it on and running before I start the game, it does a better job of cooling than if I start the game and then turn it on, because now it's already hot and it's got to work harder to make it cool. So cooling the system down in advance is really what you want to do before you even start the game. This is just a little personal advice, a little tip. But the main temperature we want to look at is the GPU. This is really not going to go over about 75, and that's awesome. This is even staying lower than my internal settings for the laptop. So, well, in short, now that the video is already lengthy, it looks like we're losing about 10 degrees Celsius on the graphics. Now, to show you guys this, I'm just going to turn this thing completely off. I push the power button to turn it off. And watch these temperatures rise. Yeah, it's going to go up. I guarantee it's going to go up. Yeah, look at the CPU temperature going up. That's getting a little scary, actually. I don't like it when it gets up to 100, and that's what it will do if I let it. And this thing is not blocking any air, even when it's off. The laptop's still pulling air through, as it normally would. There's nothing underneath there blocking the air. So, yeah, I'm just saying it will get to 85. Trust me, it runs that temperature all the time. I'm going to turn this back on because I don't want it getting too hot. And keep it cool. So, averaging 10 degrees Celsius cooler. That's 50 degrees Fahrenheit cooler. To me, that's impressive. So, you guys can decide for yourself whether you think this is a good enough laptop cooler, but in my opinion, it's a very good device, and your laptop's going to last a lot longer if you keep it cool. So, that's my review, and thank you for watching.
My first product review, a piece of junk. I bought this a month ago, just the return expired, and then this fan is pretty loud. I just opened all the case here, just the one single fan. This is the cover. I thought there's something more inside of it, but plastic. Thin plastic case. And here, a power cord 3 USB connection doesn't work. Legs holding. That's it. Let's go right here. This one connect right here. That's it. And just this fan. Garbage.
Once inside, it's the fan. This is what powers it on. Depending on the model, you have these USBs and the fan itself. In case you want to learn how this works, right? Spins fast. Always cool to know how electronics work.
Alright guys, so this is the lowest option and this is how loud it gets.